you coming to Nuttersons to make a load of money?
I was given a brief to use Snapchat as a recruitment tool. My aim was to try and find apprentices using Snapchat. So we wanted to engage with a younger audience. So I think it's 16 the apprentice age.
16 plus.
Yeah, so 16 plus was the age we were like initially looking for. And we did find that that wasn't possible because of the events we attended. But so we lowered the age to 13 to 15 and we've got loads of applicants from it, so it's cool.
So Jasmine got a brief to use Snapchat as a recruitment tool to recruit apprentice stage candidates. So apprentice stage candidates are anything generally up from year 16, age 16 plus, so year 11 plus. And then the resources you got given, or amongst the resources, is that we were going to 2 careers events. One was called Skills Northwest, which was near the Trafford Centre, and the other one was in the GMX, called Career Aspirations Day. And then when we went to the events, it turned out that the average age of the attendees was year 9s and year 10s. So that's anywhere between 13 to 15. So I think we lowered the brief on the age of the brief and looked to recruit like people for part-time work age 13 to 15 as opposed to like apprentice stage candidates.
I think the general challenges was trying to engage with a younger audience because they're generally more difficult to communicate with when you're not actually that age. Like you've got to try and find a way to get down on their level and speak in like how they would speak. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't talk to Kev how I'd talk to like 13 to 15-year-olds. So you've just got to try and speak how they want it, like how they would listen to you, I guess. And that was a big challenge. Another challenge was probably getting the communication to carry on. So after initially getting them on our Snapchat page, we have to keep the communication going. We don't just want to get people on our Snapchat and then never speak to them again. Like that'd be pointless for the campaign, wouldn't it? But I think we did well overcoming that challenge. So
I thought the biggest challenge was communicating with the age group that we were trying to communicate to. So on the 2 events that we went to, a lot of the year 9s and 10s that were there weren't there to find a job. They were there just to get a day off school, have a bit of a like mooch around the event, like get up to a bit of mischief, get some free stuff from some of the exhibitors, and were generally not interested in, even though it was a career day, they're 13, 14, they're not interested in a career at that age. They're just interested in having a good day out at school. So it's like, so normally when we go to a careers event, we've got like our target market and they're really keen to look for a job like either in the creative sector or the graduates and they're looking for graduate opportunities. Whereas in this event, it was like very much like you're trying to communicate with people who may not be interested in a job or your company or doing anything other than just having a laugh.
And we used Snapchat because we thought it was kind of the best way to interact quickly with younger people. Everyone's got Snapchat nowadays, so you can guarantee that when we went to an event, like the majority of people there would have it on their phone, so you can kind of start communicating with them straight away rather than say if we use Twitter, they have it on their phone, but it's not something you can just sit there and write your little Twitter message dead quickly. Whereas Snapchat, just take a picture, send it, and it's done. Like you've already started communicating with them. I think we use Snapchat because, I think it's really fun. There was so much we could do with it. Like obviously the yellow colour, that's everywhere, isn't it? If you see yellow, you just think of Snapchat now. I do anyway. And we had the big banner and that was just yellow, so as soon as people walking past they could see the yellow and they're like, oh, what's that? Look at it, it's obviously Snapchat. And
I suppose we wanted to choose a instant messaging application that connected or best connected with our target market, and then because our target market was young people, we thought that a lot of young people use Snapchat, so they've all got it on the phones. They carry the phones everywhere religiously with them. And then that means that if we want to access our young target market, then if we choose something like a medium or a platform in which they have access to instantly, all the time, then that's a positive thing. And then, as Jasmine said as well, the fact that it takes 2 seconds to take a picture and snap it to someone as well, it means that like they don't have to make a large investment in time. And I think the other thing is Snapchat's generally seen as quite a fun thing to do. Like sending a snap is like it's not a formal job application. It's if they have to send a Twitter message, that might probably be seen that's quite informal. But for a 13-year-old, they probably see it as, oh, I don't really want to send a Twitter message to a company. Oh, I don't want to do that. But Snapchatting someone, it's because it's the only thing they're using it for is like communicating with the friends. Really, it just makes so much sense, and then you can communicate with those people like on a like a level basis instead of you being a big employee and that being just a person. It just makes that communication between you on a level playing field and just instant and quick, which is what we wanted.
I think we used Show Us Your Nuts because it was just so catchy. Like we came up with a couple of ideas, other ideas, but they just weren't as kind of, it's always like in your face. You just see Show Us Your Nuts and it's like, oh my god, what's that? Like you get to people talking loads. Like at the event, everyone was coming up to us like, what Show Us Your Nuts? Because it's quite a weird hashtag, and it's something you can use on Twitter as well. That's why we chose to do a hashtag as the main thing, because once people sent in pictures, we put them on Twitter with the hashtag, so people could kind of retweet them, get Show Us Your Nuts out there even more. And now, if someone wants to like research our recruitment campaign, it's dead easy to go on Twitter, put in the hashtag, and then all this feed will come up, and it shows like how successful our campaign actually was. And like at the events we went to, it was just cool like seeing people going up to Kevin being like, oh, what Show Us Your Nuts? He was like, oh, just send us a picture of your nuts. And they were like, what? And they're just like proper shocked. Didn't know what to say or do, did they?
Yeah, I think it's good. Like if you're doing any sort of like recruitment campaign, especially with people who are 13 with a low attention plan, then to get someone's attention straight away, that's what you want to do. And I think going to someone and saying, oh, have you got Snapchat? Yeah. Do you want to show us your nut? Do you want to show us your nuts? They'll be like, it just gets their attention, and then all of a sudden they're like open to something you might say to them, or they'll listen and just say, hang on, what did he just say to me?
Yeah, you're like proper shocking them, aren't you?
So they listen, and then that's all you want. Otherwise, you could just, because they're walking around all day with people telling them stuff, and then all you want to do is just like get someone's attention. And I think just like an ambiguous hashtag with like a play on words, such as like Show Us Your Nuts, definitely got their attention. And then more than that, once they understood what it meant, you were interested then, so it gets attention and then it gets their interest, and they're like, Show Us Your Nuts, so you want me to take a picture using Snapchat? Brilliant, I've got Snapchat, I'm happy to do that, which was great. Also, it was something we wanted to do which was pretty unique, wasn't it? So we wanted something that was like we could almost like make our own. And I think even now, if you did like go on Twitter, but hashtag Show Us Your Nuts or Instagram, then probably there's not many
all
other
our stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not many other companies have been. No one's done a campaign using hashtag Show Us Your Nuts, so we were able to own that hashtag during the period of which we did the campaign, which was nice as well.
When we got back to the office, we went through like how many people had added us. I think we got over like 200 added us just in those couple of days, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And then we decided to send out a message to everyone. Like we did individual messages, didn't we? We
sent people a message saying, hi, what we're looking for. And we didn't have a great response rate, and we think, why are we not getting a great response rate? Why don't we try something else? And then so that's when we did like a picture of like me and Jasmine.
We were like lying on this floor, weren't we?
Yeah,
with fanning our money.
With spreading some money around, and then said like, so sent. I think it was a picture message first.
Yeah, we sent it all out to individuals, but we put it on our story as well. So that was up for 24 hours then. Yeah. And then we did the video, didn't we, of me throwing up the money. Yeah, we had like want to make some money, and then Jasmine throwing loads of money in the air, and then we got
it wasn't loads of money. It was about like 50 quid.
Yeah.
So the interview was just like a few questions
more of a chat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't want to scare them with
Yeah.
a big interview on the first ever job and stuff. Because none of them had ever been for an interview before, so like loads of them were sat there dead like nervous, didn't they? So we were just chatting to them in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then just
like what the hobbies are,
yeah.
what their interests are, what they like to do outside of school, stuff like that.
Because if they can talk to you just in a general chat, then that's what we were looking for, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't want people just answer like yes and no, dead shy and stuff. So we just tried to get like the most out of the people that we saw. And we got some really good people like yourself, Mia.
My God, are you being serious? I can't believe it! I accept!
I think it's really nice. I think on a Saturday and Sunday now, we've got loads of people that come in, like, or 10 people that come in that are really keen, really enthusiastic about social media, all really like all the fact that they're all 13 or 14, but they're so keen on, I suppose, doing something on a Saturday as opposed to just like watching Netflix or playing on a PlayStation. Or, like the fact that they want to come in, do some work in a work environment, and also hopefully make friends as well with not just with the other trailblazers, but with other people that are in the office is a really positive thing. And I reckon, like as a result of it, they'll all do really well.
Hi, my name is Serge.
My name is Mia.
My name is Connor.
My name's Tejal.
My name